Hey, and welcome to another edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, and I'm glad you're here today for another exciting episode of the Rundown with Ramon. We have an exciting show for you today, and I'm glad you're here with us today. We're going to talk about 7 strategies for turning your hobby into a profitable online business. That sounds pretty juicy to me. We're going to talk about, let's see here, how noise creates problems for AI and what to do about it. The Stoic mindset, how to use ancient lessons to face life's challenges. Are e-cargo bikes the future of delivery? Well, they're sure invading Manhattan. Why originality is the new golden rule in B2B marketing. How television advertising lost its relevance. 3 strategies to keep your customers coming back for more and more and more and more and more. And we're going to touch on feeling stuck, 3 skills to help you break the cycle. We're also going to touch on talking about Americans are increasingly concerned about what? About mental health, says a survey. Here's how social media plays a role and why you shouldn't put all your retirement savings into your 401k, according to this financial planner. You're in for a treat today. Don't forget to comment, share, watch. Let me know you're here because you're in for another episode of the Rundown with Ramon. All we want to do is take a few minutes of your time, about 30 minutes, give or take, and help you give the best tips we can to help you live your best life or start or grow your business. So if you're excited about it, I'm excited that you're here. Let's get started on the Rundown with Ramon. And we're back. Ding, 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 ding. We'll start with the first tip, first insight, 7 strategies for turning your hobby into a profitable online business. I don't know about you, but I've had several hobbies, several things I was doing, and always wanted to know, how do I make it a business? Well, let me say one thing, whether it's a hobby or not, the rules of business apply. The rules of business, finding somebody who has a need, somebody who needs a solution that you have. Number 2, are you making them aware that you have the solution to their problem? Number 3, are you selling them on that? Are you converting them, building trust so they will buy from you? That's the essence of the game of business, whether it's a hobby or not. You got to find a customer that has a problem, build trust, and let them know that you're there to provide their solution. So, what are some of the strategies if you're looking to turn your hobby into an online business? 1, identify market demand. And this comes from our friends at Forbes, written by Enoch Onmolu. Identify market demand. Who needs what you're selling? Number 2, determine what your business model is. Number 3, decide how you're going to fund your business. And let me tell you right now, please stop. Those of you are saying, well, I need a funder. I need a venture capitalist. I need outside funding. Sometimes you do. But as one who started 5 companies and sold 3 companies, sometimes that is. But most of the things you're doing for a hobby, you should self-fund that baby. So decide how to fund your business, how to get started with it. Number 4, build your brand. That's very important. We talk about that at Celebrity CEO all the time. Build your personal brand and leverage that for your business. Use social media to its fullest potential. Number 6, set up an online store. Number 7, use content marketing to monetize your hobby. Now, there's some pitfalls to watch for when turning your hobby into a business. And there's things you can do right, things that you can do wrong. Only some succeed in turning their hobbies into a business. And one thing I can tell you about this, besides doing research, make sure that your pricing is right. If it's a hobby, you're like, I want to save the world. I want to help the world and make it a better place. That's great. But first, make a boatload of money, build a profitable business, and then do what you can to save the world and make it a better place. Again, if you're just joining in, this is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know you're watching. Let me know you're here. I'm so glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. How noise creates problems for AI and what we can do about it. The problem of noise is more pervasive than initially meets the eye, says this article in Fast Company. Let's give credit to who it's due, written by, well, I don't know who it's written by, but many people understand the concept of bias at some intuitive level. In society and in artificial intelligence systems, racial and gender biases are well documented. But did you know there's also this noise that also can go into AI, and that will skew the results we get? Noise in this context means variation in how people make judgments of the same problem or situation. The problem of noise is more pervasive than initially meets the eye. Work going back to the Great Depression era has found that different judges gave different sentences for similar cases, and that's what it is because we're human. So now, how does noise get in the data? This is interesting. On the surface, it doesn't seem likely that noise could affect the performance of AI systems, says this article in Fast Company. After all, machines aren't affected by weather or football teams. So why would they make judgments that vary with circumstances? On the other hand, researchers know that bias affects AI because it is reflected in the data that AI is trained on. So what to do about it? I don't know. I'm not going to get into a whole theoretical academic discussion about AI and data, but I want you to be aware of it as you're developing learning language models, as you're using AI, even as an end user. Make sure you understand that there can be bias built into it. In fact, not that there is. To emphasize what this means, suppose I built an AI system that achieved 80% on a test, and you built an AI system that achieved 91%. Your system would seem to be a lot better than mine. But if there is noise in the human labels that were used to score the answers, then we're not sure anymore that the 6% improvement means much at all. For all we know, there may be no real improvement. So now that you've made aware, as you're using AI in your own business, as you're even developing AI solutions, my tip for you, my thought for you, my admonition for you is be careful of bias built into AI. Listen, if you're just joining, my name is Ramon Ray, started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books, and I'm glad you're joining me here on The Rundown with Ramon. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com, zoneofgenius.com, DM me or Instagram or comment right now if you like and let me know you're watching The Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. The Stoic Mindset, how to use ancient lessons to face life's challenges, as we're rolling along here in The Rundown with Ramon by Darius Foreau. The Stoic Mindset. And this is really deep. But first, what is Stoicism? The writer Darius Foreau says, when I first stumbled upon Stoicism, I saw it as an intriguing philosophy. Now, after years of practice, I see it as a practical guide for life. The Stoic mindset encourages us to develop self-control, resilience, and the ability to overcome destructive emotions. It's about focusing on virtue, the highest form of wisdom, as the sole good. So here's the aspect of doing our best. The shift in perspective helped me to deal with challenges in a calm and controlled way. Not that emotions are bad because we can't help emotions. God's made us to be emotional people. But how do we control and leverage those emotions is what's best, so we can know what can we handle in our control. The writer says, I focus my energy on what I can actually control, like my actions, thoughts, and reactions. Once you start doing that, your stoic mindset will start to get shaped. I'm not going to go on this forever and ever and ever. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the thumbs up. But I will say that the stoic mindset, you can research on your own, Google it on your own, Bing it on your own, Chat GPT it on your own, Claude AI it on your own, but consider how can we be and leverage more the power of the stoic mindset. Again, if you just joined in, my name is Ramon Ray, and this is The Rundown with Ramon. Curious question here. Are e-cargo bikes the future of delivery? Well, I live in the vacation capital of the world, New Jersey, but I'm often in Manhattan, and there are e-cargo bikes. I think that's what they are little, well, they're actually bicycles. Some of them could be self-powered, some of them could be not. They are all over the island. So I wonder, are they the delivery mechanism of the future? And I kind of think they are, writes Sarah Friedman of thehustle.co. It's hard to fathom that there was once a time before online ordering and home delivery. And if you're in a dense population like New York City, how do you get the materials you need into a dense population? Well, you can't just have UPS trucks and FedEx trucks and Amazon cars running all over the place. So FedEx introduced e-cargo bikes for some UK deliveries in 2021. DHL trialed e-cargo bikes as well in Edinburgh, which is somewhere in England. Amazon UK opened delivery hubs. But most recently, New York City, which sees 2.4 million to 3.7 million packages delivered every day, unveiled Cargi B, its first Department of Transportation e-cargo bike per curbed. Now, DOT, the Department of Transportation, has also formalized rules for e-cargo bikes in March. Bottom line here, if you're interested in the e-commerce world, cargo bikes are going to be appearing in a neighborhood next to yours if you haven't seen it already. And what I mean is a neighborhood. It's going to be appearing in your neighborhood. Listen, I hope you're enjoying the Rundown with Ramon. We got a few more minutes to go. If you are, comment, like, take a selfie, take a picture, forward it, let people know you're watching the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Why originality is the new golden rule in B2B content marketing. Interesting. I can tell you this, people are tired of the same drab, stale way we do things. And Sean Shea in Forbes is talking about originality. Nobody wants to read content produced by generative AI content, not when they could be reading original content written by actual humans. Now, I don't know if I agree with that because I do a lot of content curation at zoneofgenius.com, and I think there's a role for content curation to distill and bring to people the best of the best. In fact, the Rundown with Ramon, this is not original content. I'm reading from blogs and gathering information here, but I hope I'm doing it in a very unique way. Hope it's been entertaining, and I'm bringing to you the top 10 things, give or take things, you need to know to build your best life or start or grow your business. So I get it. I don't know if there's anything original, but I think how we package it, do it, that could be original. Listen, let's keep going on here. Is generative AI sabotaging your content goals? Generative AI is set to reach a staggering of 136.7 billion market cap by 2030. While you read this, the internet is being flooded with content generated by AI technology, and there's nothing you can do about it, by the way. AI lacks new insight. That is true, but I do say how you curate it can make all the difference. Search engines apply penalties. Search engine guidelines are clear. Regardless of whether generative AI was used, they reward content that is unique and provides value to the reader. So while it may seem like a golden opportunity to have AI hit all your SEO key phrases, there's a chance your content winds up working against you. Limitations and errors are common. In one Google survey, 70% of business leaders were concerned about producing misleading content. Given AI's tendency to hallucinate facts and provide sources that don't exist, it's no wonder there's apprehension here. Interesting. So how can companies stay ahead with truly original content? 1, publish new research and data. Number 2, compile thought leader opinions. Number 3, become a source for industry news. Number 4, invent and innovate. Stand out from the crowd. Listen, that's what we're trying to do here at the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm hoping you're enjoying it. I hope providing value to you. If you just joined, you're in for a treat today because you're here with me. Let's keep going on the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. How television advertising lost its relevance. Interesting. And I think it has to some degree. Right, our friends at the Wall Street Journal. Brands turn to retailers, Google, Meta, and TikTok for additional reach, which is great for me, actually, because as one who does influencer marketing, who works with large brands to help them reach small business owners, TV advertising alone may not be enough anymore. When Mondelez sought to promote a limited edition of its Oreo cookies earlier this year, it did something that would have been unthinkable not that long ago. It didn't spend a dime advertising on TV. Shocker. The snack company had a simple reason for that decision. The people it was looking to reach, Gen Z members, multicultural audiences, and households with children, aren't watching enough television. So what do people do? They are using other platforms to reach. People think streaming might be a salvation, writes the article. The move marks an important inflection point. TV commercials have long stood as the cornerstone of modern advertising. The vast audiences, though, aren't tuning in anymore. And guess what? That's an opportunity for us. Even though the markets are shrinking and we're all fragmented, you find an audience that you can serve, like hopefully I'm doing here on the Rundown with Ramon. That's how you get the viewership. That's how you get the stickiness. That's how you build your own audience. And then you can serve them by offering them solutions that they may want. Hey, my name is Ramon Ray. Here's a plastic bottle. Want to check it out? That was a very silly example, but you get what I mean. So television advertising may be on the less, but there's still ways that you can build your business, build your brand by looking at the number of other platforms that are growing up and looking at influencer marketing. This is the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. Let's keep going forward. Ding, 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 ding. 3 strategies to keep your customers coming back for more and more and more and more and more. Everybody wants their customers to come back for more and more. I know I do. So what can you do to get customers coming back? What can you do to not have customers leave? Well, Entrepreneur writes this interesting article written by Dave Ragosa. The critical risk area for losing a guest varies depending on the industry and the individual guest experience, but 3 main touch points offer opportunities to reinforce loyalty. Just remember that they can also drive guests away if not done right. So what are some strategies you can do to keep guests coming back again and again and again? 1, disappointed guests don't just stay away from your business, they can also keep others away. Winning back a lost guest isn't impossible. You want to check out Jay Baer's book, Hug Your Haters. By the way, if you DM me, or if you comment, I will get a copy of Jay Baer's book into your hands, Hug Your Haters. DM me on one platform and say the word Hug Your Haters, and I will send that to you, or put in the comments, Hug Your Haters, and I will send you a copy of his book. I will pick somebody, Hug Your Haters from Jay Baer. Is very appropriate. Before the visit, establish community bonds and make a name for yourself. Number 2, during the visit, make guests feel welcome and appreciated. After and between visits, invite them back with meaningful outreach. Deliver exceptional service, not sometimes, not one time, but all the time. Thank you so much, Bella. Great info, Ramon. I appreciate that. Glad you're here today on the Rundown with Ramon. I appreciate it. So if you want to keep customers coming back over and over and over again, there are really clear things that you can do to make them feel special. It's not hard. It's definitely doable. And we have a winner. Hug Your Haters. Bella gets it. Bella, DM me as well, and I will make sure we send you Jay Baer's book, Hug Your Haters, which will definitely help you indeed. Thank you for those great wishes. Moving forward. Ding, 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 ding. Feeling stuck, 3 skills to help you break the cycle if you're feeling stuck. Written by Robin Camerote. We got about a few more minutes to go. By the way, 3 more tips, and then we'll be wrapping up the Rundown with Ramon. 3 skills to help you break that cycle of feeling stuck, which is a real thing. 1, all of us crave fulfillment in some way, but sometimes we feel stuck. There is a link between a powerful presence and fulfillment. So you may ask, what does presence have to do with fulfillment? The critical link between these states of being is impact. With a more powerful, effective presence, you can make a bigger impact. And impact is the measurable result of your work. This is very important to understand. How are you measuring what you're doing? Are you making an impact? A few key pillars you can do when you're talking about presence: emotional management, thought leadership, bringing others along for the ride. Embrace incremental change. If you're feeling stuck, don't try to eat the whole elephant at one time. Why do we say eat the elephant? I mean, why? Why? I don't know. But don't try to eat the elephant at one time. Take it a bit at a time and you'll feel less stuck. Again, this is the Rundown with Ramon. So glad you're here. A few more tips to go as we get ready to wrap up the Rundown with Ramon. Americans are increasingly concerned about their mental health. Survey says here's how social media plays a role in that lack of mental health. 65% of respondents said they've experienced concerns about their own mental health or that of friends and family, compared to 59% earlier and 50% earlier before that. More and more people are concerned about their mental health, and social media has a role to play. A majority of respondents, 77%, said they're concerned about mental well-being on a national scale. By comparison, 81% said the economy was also a significant concern. Now, how does social media play a role? Social media has pros and cons for mental health. A lot of public figures have started talking about needing and being in treatment through social media and telling their personal stories. So it's great to get that story out there. But let me tell you something. If you're on social media all day long, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, that's not good. That is no bueno, as I'd say in Spanish, even though I'm not Spanish. So be careful of the amount you're leveraging social media. This is very important to understand. As we come to our last tip of the day, why you shouldn't put all your retirement savings in your 401k. According to a financial planner, Article here at Business Insider says a 401k is an excellent retirement savings account, but it shouldn't be the only one you choose. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And again, we're here to share with you information that we come across and that we find throughout the day, throughout our search, throughout our curation. Contribute up to your employer's match, then put money in a Roth account and a taxable account. Tax diversification in retirement will protect you from changes in tax law and keep money flowing. Listen, this is a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. I hope you've enjoyed it so much. Robert Kennedy chiming in. I appreciate you being here, Robert Kennedy. And as I always say, if you love the Rundown with Ramon, don't forget, check us out at zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com, where you can find more information like this. Ask yourself and be clear. What do you really, 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 really want in life? Do you even want to be in business? Do you want to be in business or not? Ask yourself, are you hungry enough to reach the goals you want to be at and be where you want to be? Another thought that trips up a lot of small business owners is pricing. Is your pricing premium or is it cheap? If you're the cheapest person on the block, well, you're going to be having cheap profit. And ask yourself this: what do you want to do best? Or rather, what do you do best? If you want to live the life of your dreams like nobody else can, ask yourself, what do you do best? This is the Rundown with Ramon. Don't forget to DM me directly. Let me know you get that buck. Linda, thanks for being here today. Others, glad you're here watching the Rundown with Ramon. Don't forget to call somebody today, DM somebody today. Let them know you appreciate them. It makes the difference in life. I'll see you again on the next edition of the Rundown with Ramon right here. Thanks so much for watching. Be blessed and have an amazing, amazing day. Thank you. And with that, that is a wrap. Thanks for being here. See y'all later. Bye-bye.